I think even somebody who doesn't have a plan but is very, very motivated can, get up off the couch, can get themselves to the gym, can figure out how to do X, Y, and Z, and they can really, they're on their pursuit, right? Because like as much as we want to say, like, this is your pursuit, X, Y, and Z, we're gonna help you along the way. Like you have to be motivated to take that first step. And actually, whether it's just throwing us on in the background and listening, or whether it's, hopping on a plan, or I'm gonna cut out pop, it could be something really, really small. It could be something really, really big, depending on what your goal is and where you want to go with it. But my question is, how do you convince yourself to take that first step? Because I know I've been that guy, like hand to God. I think I've started on Monday about 500 times in my life,
Never
where
gonna
it's like
drink
new
again.
diet tomorrow, grind time, 5 a.m., doing X, Y, and Z. And I promise you by Thursday, I'm at Five Guys, like just like trying to like head down and shit. Like, yeah, you're the usual. Don't say it so loud. Like,
I mean, I guess like what would you consider the first step is?
I think the first step is admitting to yourself you need to make a change, and admitting to yourself maybe you don't know everything you need to know to make that change, and seeking out, whether it's motivation, inspiration, or information, seeking one of those things out to get you going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fundamental, having an idea of where you want to go, because anybody can like sit on the couch and look at X, Y, or Z amazing athlete and be like, I want to be like that. It's like, how are you gonna get there? I don't know. So how do you go from A to D?
Yeah. I think I guess it's curiosity and finding what works for you and what motivates you. Because without that, you don't have really a driving force. Without staying curious, without being motivated or inspired, you're just throwing it into the wind and hopefully it takes off and sails. I guess that's my opinion.
Hmm.
Billy, what about you?
Yeah, I would love to build off this a little bit. I feel like I'm in a cool position because a lot of times in my job, especially in the beginning stages, like we talk so much about what our goals are and what our outcomes and results are. What are we looking for at the end of a session or at the end of a semester or end of a meeting?
So
And
you guys
something
start
that
with goals. I don't mean to interrupt you. Like that's your starting point, is like, what's the goal?
it actually is, and it feels like we work backwards because whatever the client, so to speak, wants to accomplish, that's going to set the tone for our meetings. And it's something that I generally just refer to as like alignment. I need you to align for yourself what your primary goals are. Like, is it weight loss? Is it simply improving your diet? Is it bettering your exercise? Depending on what the answer is, we can really backtrack and then start to implement, something that we call SMART goals. A lot of people actually use those in a lot of different professions, but it basically stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So whatever we're going to implement, those are the criteria that the goals have to meet. And it's really nice because when you can break it into such small and manageable steps, like people see success. And that's what drives motivation, those small daily successes, those small daily wins. And so if we can get anyone, ourselves, our friends, our family, our clients, to buy into that process, I mean, we'll see the outcome, we'll improve wellness. And that's amazing to me. I'm sure you guys can speak to that as well.
Just got to get that momentum too.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where I think like, I'd take it almost one step further back. It's that mindset. Like, what's the possibility that I want to create for myself in my life? Because then you can set your goal. Like, okay, I want to be healthy. What does that look like? Talk to me about that. Does healthy look like losing weight, gaining weight? Does that look like going to the gym 4 times a week? Does that look like a better diet? And I think that's when it's like, boom, you got your possibility, and then you create your goals on top of it. And like Bailey said, it's just those small wins that carry it and give it momentum for the larger ones. And then the larger ones look a lot smaller once you've accomplished all those smaller goals along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, you know what's crazy is I have actually said out loud, and I used to preach this religiously, like small, and it's the Andy Frisella quote, so you already know it's going to be like hardcore and everything, but small attainable goals lead to small attainable results. And I don't like small goals because I'd rather you set goals so big that you have to grow into the person that can achieve those goals. Right. But the thing is, like, just setting that massive goal, I want to climb Mount Everest. I want to be Phil Heath. I want to be a professional bodybuilder. I want to do whatever, whatever, whatever. It's like, that didn't give you any roadmap to get there, you know?
Yeah.
And the minute I took myself out of that mindset and started thinking like, maybe I should set some smaller, SMART goals, give myself a realistic time to do this stuff. When I completed that first goal, I was like, holy crap, like this is awesome. And then I did another goal and I felt even better. And I did another one and I felt even better. So I was like, oh, this is great. It's not like I'm like working for 9 months to kind of not really achieve the goal that I set out to do.
Yeah.
Like I did like 15 goals in the same amount of time. It's incredible.
Yeah,
You know?
there's a lot more fulfillment too, because then it's like, all right, I'm gonna work 9 months to be happy for 5 seconds, then I gotta go do another big goal.
Right.
Rather than having like those achievements and fulfillment along the way and being
Right.
happy about it.
And at that
Yeah,
point,
and
too,
you know,
like,
I'm
you're
not
building
saying
up
that. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead. Oh, so I was just going to say, like, when you go that route, like you're building up a habit, you're building up a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like it's something that is, can be incorporated for as long as you need it to be. It's not this outlandish practice that you're trying to make time for all the time, and trying to implement into your ridiculous schedule. So there's something really to be said, I think, for those smaller, more achievable goals to get the ball rolling. They can grow. No one says they have to stay small.
Right.
It's a good way to start.